Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On Monday, we discussed Saturn. Remember, Saturn is our karmic teacher. It's the planet of restriction and limitation. It actually is also known to the gateway. We have to pass the gateway in order to reach the spiritual realms. And the key lesson, of course, is love. Learning how to love universally and not be confined to only the I am, but to develop the I, or the eternal self that lives within us. Now, today I thought I'd chat about Jupiter, which is just the opposite of Saturn. It's expansion, it's awareness, it brings lots of harmony, love. But then too much of Jupiter can also be a bad thing. So you need to find the balance. Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius, but and the water element as a whole. The soul lesson with Jupiter and the water element is peace and wisdom. The star signs in the water element are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Now, in Pisces, it's very intuitive and really our sacral area of our chakras, the second one up, just below the actual belly button. A little bit further down, we have the sacral area, and that's Jupiter actually rules that. But so is in the water element, so it's our emotions and very closely linked to our sexual side as well. Now, to our sexual organs, I should put it that way. It's very much rules the knees, the hips, the legs, the feet, and our general ability to learn patience and development. So from the root chakra, which we had Saturn ruling, we now have Jupiter. So you can visualize a tree that where seed is planted in the base chakra, sacral, not the base chakra. And slowly, with the help of the angels of Jupiter and Venus, slowly that seed begins to germinate and to grow. So that's really our tender years, how we grow into being a young adult, and then adulthood, and then old age. So Jupiter is very much involved with that. Now, before we incarnate, in the mother, which is the moon aspect of the Father, Mother, God, takes our soul into its care, and together with lovingly into its care, and with the angels of Saturn and the angels of Mercury, it forms a seed atom, which is involved with all our karma, past lessons our soul wants to learn, and what type of life we want to experience in order to gain spiritual growth, as well as lessons that we have to learn. And so that seed is planted into human form, like a little baby, and so we develop further. But it's all because in astrology, in the spiritual side, every part of our body is ruled by a particular planet. And in Jupiter's case, it's as I said, the legs, the knees, the internal, the sexual organs, the watermelon elements, so it's our emotions and what really drives us. And it's very expansive energy. It's actually beautiful. Now, a lot of people White eagle recommends that we grow quietly and steadily towards the Christ light. But a lot of people will use drugs or alcohol to escape and try and enter it, get there quicker. And it does, it takes a moment of escape, but also it can open up the wrong doors. So you'll start seeing things that you shouldn't be seeing, that are not good for you emotionally. So the White Eagle path is very much a slow and steady path, and we gradually unfold our spiritual gifts, which has been actually it's a beautiful unfoldment path that you grow spiritually, and at the same time your life grows with you, because you incorporate all the teachings in your everyday life. So it becomes a way of life for you, working with the angels and the archangels and the Father, Mother, God, to give service to mankind. So it's really a beautiful planet, but you have to, if it's badly aspected in your charts, it sometimes means that you have to learn how to harness that energy and work for your higher good. So often maybe Saturn and Jupiter are, so Saturn's restricting you and Jupiter wants to fly. So that's a very difficult aspect to have between the two planets. It's challenging, but if you work with it, it actually brings a lot of soul growth. What else have I noted down here? I did find a lovely passage that I could read from the White Eagle's book, Stars and the Chakras, written by Joan Hodson. When the time has come for the soul once more to retain its physical incarnation, it's most lovingly enfolded in the care and protection of the Divine Mother. Her wisdom guides it to the choice of experience for the next day of life. The moon is the instrument of the Divine Mother for the building of the vehicles required by the soul for its life in earthly matter. At the time which is the right for the planetary builders to fulfill the plan of the great architect, a powerful ray from the spiritual sun energizes the permanent atom, that center or seed deep within the soul, which holds the residue, the record of all past lives. Then the Divine Mother, with her angelic throng, sets to work with the energized soul, building the vehicles which will enable the incarnating soul to function on the different planes of being according to the opportunities and limitations allowed by past karma. The will of the heavenly architect, the Heavenly Father, architect of the soul temple, shines through the earthly parents, guiding the angelic builders to gather materials for natural, astral, and etheric bodies which the soul needs. The symbol of the alligator lurking in the water, watching his unwary play, illustrates the formidable power of the water element, which is linked with the generative organs and with creativity activity on the etheric plane through the power of thought and imagination, creation which can be heavenly or diabolical. Though we must remember too that our thoughts, going back to yesterday's passage, are very, very powerful. And so rather develop the sacral area in a spiritual way and in a positive way than going the opposite, which is negative and seedy. So a lot to think about today, but as I said, Jupiter is the expansion planet, and Saturn's our limitations. So next time I will chat about Mercury, which is all about the mind, and and the air element. Take care, everybody. Have an awesome day.